Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another speed build. As you can see from the title of today's video, this is going to be a 3-in-1 Tokyo micro apartment. So basically, I just split up an apartment into 3 smaller ones and then have 3 different Sims living in them. And the first one that we are decorating for is for an actor. If you watched the sitcom Friends, then you'll know who Joey is. So while decorating this apartment, I kinda kept thinking of Joey. But obviously, the apartment turned out to be more for a neater Joey, I guess. I do imagine that this sim takes on many gigs and almost too many at once. I guess this sim is just really trying to earn as much as possible. His apartment is definitely the smallest of all 3 and looks more rundown than the rest. I think he could be trying to earn enough to move out of this micro apartment, or maybe trying to make it look less rundown with new wallpaper and possibly new appliances, because I did give this sim I think the more rundown looking appliances as compared to the rest. All the appliances, wait, let me think. I think they're from base. Wait, I can't remember if these countertops are from base game or from City Living, but yeah, either way, it's just a bit more rundown. They have the normal version and the more rundown version, so I gave this sim the more rundown version one. So yeah. Yeah, also I just want to point out that this build is not play tested yet, but I do have it up on the gallery already. You can find it under my gallery ID shansimsyt or the hashtag shansimsyt. And yeah, so right now we are just kind of cluttering up the kitchen. I'm not sure if your sim can actually use this half counter space that I have here. I tried not to clutter as much on this particular counter so that your sim can still use that side to, you know, just prepare the food and whatnot. So hopefully it works. If not, you just have to delete a few items. I'm sorry this is not play tested. I was just kind of I usually don't do a lot of play testing in my builds. I kind of just build it because I like it. So if you do happen to download this, I'm really sorry. But yeah, I still hope that you enjoy playing with this micro apartments. Yeah, so over here on top of the fridge, I thought of putting a very small TV on top. I thought it was really cool. I think that, you know, maybe your sim can be watching the TV from the bed. And although I know that Sims I don't think they can lie on the bed and then watch TV like this. Actually, I'm not sure because I don't do a lot of gameplay, but yeah, do let me know if they actually sit on the bed and watch TV from there. Or apparently from this angle, I guess. Or maybe your sim can't even reach it. Yeah, I mean, who knows. But either way, I did create this platform here. This is where your sim will be sleeping. I just thought it looks nicer to kind of have this sort of elevation, and this was also something I see in many of the Tokyo micro apartments. So I did do a bit of research. Okay, just a bit of research. So I do know that a lot of them come with this kind of platform. Yeah, and they look very, like, quite cramped, and I like that I kind of did this trick with the Dream Home Decorator modular shelf. So basically the clothes rack that came with Dream Home Decorator, I just kind of tucked it under the kitchen cabinet, so I kind of make it look like, you know, the clothes are hanging down from there. Yeah, I thought it was really cool, and it really does remind me of like micro apartments where it's so small and then you have to hang your clothes, like, I don't know, like above your bed and things like that. I thought it was really cool. Yeah, it was really cool that I did this. So yeah, this sim does have a single bed, and honestly, I think this is a pretty decent size apartment, micro apartment, for a single sim. I did give this sim like a dining table, but with only one chair. The chair is probably thrifted, but this is a dining table where the sim eats and probably, you know, just find new gigs and things like that. So this is where the eating and the job hunting happens. Yeah, so I do imagine that this sim just picks up a lot of part-time gigs, I guess, like just, you know, calefare roles and things like that. Really just probably other than earning a lot of money and also trying to, you know, just gain experience, I think this sim really wants to be like a very famous actor sometime in the future. So I do hope that this sim succeeds. So yeah, and I did try to use as many items from the Snowy Escape game pack, since this is a Tokyo micro apartment. So yeah, but I did try my best. For the beds, I did use the beds that came with Snowy Escape. I thought this was really cute. This apartment definitely has this sort of black color scheme going on. I guess you can see from the bed and then the kitchen cabinets and the kitchen countertops and whatnot. But I just thought it looked really cool. So yeah, over here I placed a bulletin board. I think it's probably, you know, like any gigs that the sim just cut out from the magazine, from the newspaper, to, you know, just pin it up somewhere so that they can go back and look for it later on. Yeah. And over here is where I place a laundry basket and then another clothes rack, I think. And then we'll be moving on to the bathroom. So the bathroom is, honestly, it's not even small. I would say it's pretty decent size. It's a 2x2 bathroom that I think most of the time I do a 2x2. It's either 2x2 or 2x3 bathroom, which I think it's acceptable, especially since this is a micro apartment. I do think that a 2x2 bathroom is pretty big and luxurious. But yeah, and I'm so sorry if you can hear any background noises. My siblings are actually watching like a show outside and they're just really hyped up about it. So yeah, honestly, it's not something where you can say, oh, can you please like lower down your volume and things like that. So yeah, I don't want to get into any trouble. So yeah, so right now we are on to the second apartment, and this is for a first year university student who really likes the color pink and purple. I kind of tried to channel it throughout the apartment, and it does have a bit of a cutesy vibe to it. And what's different from the first micro apartment is that there is space for a sofa, but there's no dining table. But I don't think it really matters that much, because this sim probably just sits on the couch and eat, or, you know, eat by the study table. This is what I do all the time, to be honest. I always eat by my table, because I don't know, for me, I do like to watch something while eating. So I'm always just eating by my table, especially lunch and breakfast. But for dinner I usually eat in the kitchen with my family. So yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like this too, especially when you work from home. Your desk just becomes like your dining table as well, or like your dining table just becomes your desk, or vice versa. So yeah. Oh, and while we're on that, I don't think I've used this study table like very often, and I believe it's from Parenthood. I think it's such a good fit for this micro apartment and just fits the whole like university student vibe, I guess, for this micro apartment. I mean, they probably can't afford to have like a very huge desk, because this is a micro apartment after all. But I did kind of create this sort of this shelving unit thing. I actually was inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest, but I wasn't able to, you know, fully recreate it in The Sims, because there are a few things that I'm lacking. But yeah, so I did create this space where the sim can hang their clothes, and then, you know, more space for their files and books and paintings and just small knickknacks here and there. Yeah, and I did manage to put washing machine in all apartments, but the last one has a space for a dryer as well, because it is the biggest of all three. So yeah, I just realized that we're kind of going like from the smallest to the biggest micro apartment for this video. But yeah, so this is like the medium-sized one. Yeah, so as you can see, there's also like this platform that I created. Actually, there's this platform that in all three apartments, because, you know, I just thought it looks really nice rather than having it on the ground floor itself. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of the Tokyo micro apartments that I see on Pinterest all have this platform thing going on. So I really wanted to recreate and channel it in my build. So yeah, and I do believe that this sim has a pretty definitely like bigger kitchen, I guess, or like there's small walking space around the entire apartment. And definitely this sim has help from her parents to be able to afford living here as well, because as a university student, I think it's just, hard to be working part-time or just working and studying at the same time, so the parents probably want to help the sim out. So yeah, I definitely think that the sim is, really appreciative of what her parents are doing for her, and will study hard and well, and just get good grades. So yeah, right now we are just kind of decorating this apartment a little, and I did use the countertops that came with Snowy Escape. I like that they have this open concept thing like below, but I kind of wish like they do have another version where it's not fully open, like it's closed, because I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I do like this idea of having like open shelving, but I do wish to have some that are closed, just because I don't want dust, just like being on my plates and bowls and whatnot. So yeah. And this toilet, so the bathroom for this apartment it's bigger than the previous one. So I think it's a 5 tile bathroom. So I did sink down, just made like a platform down where your sim can bathe, so later you'll see it later. Later you can see it later, what am I saying? But yeah, so over here, this is the shelf that came with Snowy Escape. I'm just putting a bit more clutter on top of it because it seemed a little bit empty over here. And you'll see that throughout this video that the windows look a bit different from the normal apartments. I did use the tool mod to change up the windows so that I could just create a layout that I like, but not worry about where the window placement is, because if not for the tool mod, I definitely won't be able to create this layout. Like I won't be able to create what am I trying to say? It won't be flexible enough to create 3 micro apartments within an apartment itself. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, correct. So yeah, right now we are onto the bathroom, and over here, like I mentioned, over at the 1 tile area is where I kind of just lower down the platform so that your sim can walk down and then shower there. I just thought it was pretty realistic so that you don't get water all over the bathroom. So yeah, and then I think we are pretty much almost done here. I'm just putting some clothes on the ground. I just thought maybe this sim, it's her first time living alone, and probably just trying to get the hang of doing her own laundry, having like a system or some sort of thing going on. But yeah, so right now we are on the last apartment, and this is for a beauty/makeup influencer who creates videos and TikToks about all things beauty and makeup. And I do imagine that she brings in a decent amount every month, so she's able to decorate her micro apartment into something more of her vibe, and it honestly looks the best among the rest. And also over here, I did this really cool trick by the study table. So I used this decorative thing from Snowy Escape, and I just used the normal base game shelves, and I kind of just created like this I don't know, this shelf piece. I just thought it looked really cool, and it's something that I would like to have on my own. So I just kind of cluttered it with like makeup stuff, a plant, books and things like that. But for the table itself, I did try to clutter it up as much. I did try to clutter it up with a lot of makeup and just beauty products and things like that. I imagine that a lot of companies, reach out to her to do reviews, to do videos and things like that. So yeah, honestly, I think this sim really earns really earning quite well. And yeah, I mean, of course she probably started off being like a newbie in the scene, but as you go, you definitely get the hang of it, and you gain like a huge following after that. So yeah, and with that, she's able to decorate her apartment. Maybe it would be cool if maybe she was living in one of the other 2 apartments, and then she managed to upgrade to a bigger micro apartment. Maybe she likes the idea of living in a micro apartment. That's why she's not leaving this unit, this whole like area here. I just thought it was a really nice idea. But yeah, and this is the only sim that gets a double bed, because I thought, the place is bigger and she definitely can afford it and she just wants to sleep better. I mean, having a bigger bed means you can roll around freely. Yeah, and over here I did use the this high dining table from Tiny Living, and I don't use it often because it's not easily found in the table where the dining tables are supposed to be. It's like, I don't even know where it is, but I have to filter out using Tiny Living. So often I just forget about it. But today in this build, I was just like, hey, I remember about that, so I definitely need to use it. So yeah, this area here is honestly the kitchen. I would say is probably about the same size throughout all three micro apartments, but definitely for this one it has more of a nicer vibe to it. Everything is of better quality, I would say, and I did just clutter up a bit on the shelves here. The fridge is from I think it's the Country Kitchen kit, and I did use a mixture of the Country Kitchen kit and the Cottage Living counters, I believe. And then the cabinets are from Dream Home Decorator. Yeah, I just thought they look pretty. I just think they look pretty good together like this. So yeah, and then just cluttering up with some items from the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack. And yeah, let me see what else are we doing. Oh yes, so I did wanted to place a painting on top here, so I was just trying to find one, and I think I did place a fruit bowl here as well. And then I was thinking, okay, you know what is missing in this apartment? I think this sim needs a TV. So I did use the TV from Tiny Living. I just kind of placed it under, it's like the it's just before you take the ladder up to the sleeping area. So that is where I placed the TV. I thought it would be pretty cool. I mean, the dining area is directly opposite where the TV is, so I just thought it made the most sense to have the TV over there. And yeah, once again, I apologize for the very loud and the occasional shouting in the background, because my sisters are watching some drama and I have no idea. I think it's pretty exciting. That's why they're so hyped up about it. But yeah, I do hope that they tone down a little. This voiceover is coming to an end, so please bear with me. Right now we are moving on to the bathroom. So this is the largest bathroom amongst all three, and I was able to fit in a washer and dryer. So this sim is pretty lucky to have a dryer, to be honest. I would love to have a dryer in my house in the future, because having to bring the clothes out to hang and then bring it back in is just such a chore. And I think it's the worst when it rains, because you can't hang it outside to dry, and then hanging it inside the house is just not going to dry any faster either way. So yeah, so in my future house or in wherever I'm staying in the future, I do hope that I can afford a washer and dryer. Or I mean, nowadays they do have like the 2-in-1, so hopefully I could get something like this. But yeah, so this sim does have a pretty nice place. I don't even know if this can be considered a micro apartment in the end, since I mean the place and everything is just really big. But I mean, this is called the 3-in-1 Tokyo micro apartment, so we'll just go with that, guys. We'll just go with that. Yeah, so over here I did want to clutter up, just kind of lightly decorate the hallway to the 3 different apartments. And yeah, so I did manage to find some of these letterbox, which I thought was really cool, so I placed them by each of the units. And yeah, just clutter it up with a bit of trash here and there. And yeah, so we are reaching the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed today's speed build, and do let me know which one of the 3 is your favorite. And if you have any suggestions for my next build, don't forget to let me know in the comment section below. And if you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on your notifications button so you get notified each time I post a new video. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.